supposed to drive, keep organization. Yes. See? Stop. Let go. Go. You're not good. Put your weight on your knees. Whoa. Maybe if you practice 100% of the time.
Hi.
Watch when I get on. No, just feel. Is it getting tighter?
Yes, Sensei.
Yeah, it's not going like this.
Hi.
It gets tighter,
Hi.
you see?
Hi.
Then this is mercy, you see?
Hi.
But it gets tighter as I go.
Hi.
Whoa, then you feel the weight?
Hi.
Whoa. Yield. Boom. Tight.
Hi.
You see?
Hi.
Wait. Say the chi. On. You see?
Hi.
On. Do you feel it?
Hi.
Mercy. Look how light I am. Gotta gather. Come on, go around it. On. You're running. Push. Push.
Hi.
Easy.
Hi.
Not here.
Hi.
Push.
Hi.
That's where you're getting pushed.
Hi.
I move there, but you can't push me.
Hi.
You see?
Hi.
Boom. Zero pressure, but you can't push me.
Hi.
too low.
Right.
Put your weight over your knees, not on your feet.
Right. Sensei, are your feet off the mat completely?
No.
Right.
Weight on your knees. Whoa. You want to keep your butt on your feet. Don't. That would be weight over your feet. Go, Taylor.
Right. Right?
You can't mush just because you get afraid. You keep the form.
Right.
It's the same training. Release the fear. Accept. Not contesting isn't just pushing at it, it's retreating. Do you get it? That's contesting.
Right.
It's not acceptance, right?
Right.
We're not going fast. That's the point I was trying to make. Do I really look like I'm trying? I'm not freaking trying. Okay? So it's all in your mind.
Right.
Let's go. Back leg on first. Stop the Granby roll. Back leg on first.
Right.
Back leg brings the arm forward.
Right.
Don't fall on them.
Right.
So right here is a chance to, there's no pain. That your response to the pain is already a contesting. There's just accept.
Right.
He's moving like in slow motion. Okay?
Right.
Accept. There's going to be weight on you. It's fine. No one here is irresponsible. It's going to break your arm. It's going to be tight. Accept the weight. Let go. Do you understand? You're way too tired. Do you feel how tired you are? And you're breathing hard and we're not going nowhere. Okay? There should not be any fatigue. Spiritually, you're in the same boat Margaret was at. She was just vocal about it. But you're having the same, I can't just let someone knee on me. Right? Do you get it? I want you to see how fast he's actually moving. Make sure you watch the video after. Okay? Start turtling. Can you see that? Guess how we got here? You're turtling. You feel like you have to turtle?
No.
No. You see? He's turtling, you're turtling, why? What? Your response, you're trying to, here, if you tense up, you got tighter, right? If you relax, nothing. You turtle, you're countering. You're seeking control. He goes, he turtles. We'll go here. He goes to project. You see? This is control again. Just accept. Accept. Release under the pressure. Try it again.
Thank you very much.
It's not two arts. It's not two practices.
All right. Chris.
Now, same thing. You stay released. He's going to push. That's his job. Don't fight it. Okay? Don't try to control it by going hyper yin yield. That's not going to work. Accept and release inside you. Go. Good. And you're up higher now. You're not sitting on your butt on your feet. Good natural movement. Great.
Thank you very much.
All right, so make sure you watch the video. In a matter of seconds, there's two Chris's. Okay? And you had two different experiences. It affected not only how you received it, but how you were able to execute it. Too often, because of the history that got us here, we want some grand epiphany, some fanfare, before we believe and accept that this given time space is not the only one. And it is a construct, and I can change it instantaneously. We want a huge awakening experience, we want to hear voices, and we want the worldly recognition of such and titles, but that's not it. I think that's a demonic trick. So you skip over the actual hand of God reaching out to you. And I think it is the way God is to make that hand look less than it is. I think it does that. It knows your possessed self wants rings on it, wants it to be bigger. But your spirituality has to be in the everyday beingness of life. And we might dismiss what we just saw, what you just felt, but this is nothing short of changing reality. You want to pull a rabbit out of the hat? It's easier to do that than to take a human being and go, now you're in a different world. In the same way, it's easier to heal a blind person than to make the world different for them. You have doctors can do that. It's easier to bring someone back from the dead than to change someone's world. We have drugs, we have techniques. All the Narcan and all the CPR and all the AEDs will never change that person's world. These things get overlooked, but these are bigger miracles. You change someone's world like that. Try it and see if it's possible. You know it's possible, but is it possible for you? Is it possible for them? You can't keep dismissing these things. You have to understand them for what they truly are. And when I have to say there's not two arts, it's because you have your techniques, and then you have maybe your zazen, you see, or you have your Kokyu, Aiki, cultivation drills. And then you have your techniques, you see. Or you have your teacher's instructions. The pointers to tell you what to do and what not to do, but you're like, no, I only listen to the techniques. Where do you step? Where do you put your hand? This is how we get these mad discrepancies. So I say this to you. First, prioritize and make sure that you get these so-called mundane, simple things. How do I just move naturally? How do I not freak out as you do? Just take it seriously. Don't move on to anything else. Don't move on even to surrendering to the teacher. There's no fucking way. Do you understand that? There's no fucking way. You don't have it in you. Stay with this very simple pointer. Release, accept. Release, accept. Got it? Okay. Don't go entertaining what you now think is the big stuff, because you're overlooking the little stuff. And there's no surrendering to the teacher, and thus there's no surrendering to God. If I can't just accept some pressure, do you get it? I can't accept. I mean, what probably is that? 50 pounds tops, 80 pounds, that's it? And you cave? And you want to wrestle God? Come on, man. Right? Do you understand? Do you understand how fucked up, goofy that is? Those are the old tales when they'd have some protagonist, right? That's talking like that. And then the Lord of Dragons shows up, or the fucking Zeus shows up, right? He goes, fuck yeah, let's go. Okay? And that person learns their lesson. You're not even close to this. Stop talking like this. Stop orienting like this. Stop thinking like this. Why don't you just start with the simple stuff? Can you take 50 to 80 pounds of pressure without going into a panic? Because if you can't, there's no way. Do you understand? Think about it. Think about it, Margaret. $50, 80 pounds of pressure, I'm going to go into a panic, but I am here trying to seek the communion with the divine, which requires the deconstruction of self, which feels like the destruction of self. Do you think the self is destroyed with just 50 pounds of pressure? No. There's an inability to breathe, which you do not have. But because you're yelping, we can hear you breathe. That's not what happens. When God's talons pierce you and push you down onto the earth, that is not what happens. You cannot breathe. So we will task ourselves with these very simple things. It's slow speed. It's low. Don't contest. Don't control. Accept. Release. Accept. Release. No one's going fast. No one's going hard. Got it? And you actually do have control. Where is it though? You see? I still gave you the throttle. Right? But no one here's an asshole. If you watch, he didn't even want to get on you. Right? Right?
Right.
And you watch and he's going slow motion. Okay? It's in our minds how we're experiencing this. Try it again.